What's going on? What's up, the Nation? It's your man C Dougie coming to you with that trending topic, that hot topic, that hot NFL news, man. As we see, first week of free agency has passed us now. Now we're heading to second week, second wave, but also now we're heading into pro days. NFL draft is next month. It is approaching within 4 weeks, people. As you see the thumbnail, we're gonna sit here and talk about winners and losers so far within free agency. If you have not, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. Leave a comment. We love the comments over here at Wassup Doug. We like the interaction with our community. We like to hear what you guys feel about the video. If there's a team that we say here have missed, or there's something that we missed, leave a comment so I can give you my 2 cents on it. But again, I appreciate all the support you guys have been doing with the comments. As you see the thumbnail, you see my Carolina Panthers coach on there. I know you saying Craig or, see Dougie, you being a homer. I'm not. But we're going to jump into it. But the first winner we're going to jump on is Aaron Rodgers. Who would have thought with Aaron Rodgers sitting there taking his normal hiatus away from the world, going in darkness, going over there in Oregon, going over in the West Coast to sit there and get his mind right, that once he left that darkness, he would come back and sit here and say, I want to be a New York Jet. With the Jets, they have had their luck of quarterbacks, and really not been great luck. From the Mark Sanchez's to now them drafting Wilson. But now with Aaron Rodgers sitting there putting his stamp on that he wants to be a New York Jet, what else does that team need? From that defense that Robert Saleh has them playing vicious and attack mode to them having the reigning rookie defensive player of the year and also the reigning offensive player of the year. And they also possibly had a nominee if their running back Bryce Hall didn't get hurt. No, I'm not sitting here saying, Sidecki's saying that the New York Jets are going to win the Super Bowl, but they are going to make the playoffs. And that is in my mind. If Aaron Rodgers does become a Jet, the Jets will be a legit AFC contender on that side. I just never would have thought I would saw Aaron Rodgers in a different uniform, but I like it. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Jets. Let's go ahead and jump into my Panthers. We were the hottest news coming out when we sit here and traded with the Chicago Bears, the number 1 pick, where we were sitting at 9 to get the number 1 pick. Scott Fitterer, David Tepper, and Frank Reich have done a tremendous job this offseason from the acquisitions we have done to sit here and help our rookie quarterback, whoever that might be, if it's Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, and the rest of the quarterbacks out there. I really feel like getting Miles Sanders was a key cog for that running backs room with Deontay Foreman going to Chicago Bears, then sitting there added a veteran like Adam Thielen, being a wide receiver with over 32 receiving touchdowns within the last 4 years, regardless who was his sidekick or he was sidekick to whoever. That was a key get for us. Then keeping intact your center, your main piece to help protect your quarterback, Bradley Bozeman. Shout out to the Bozemans for sitting there, re-signing with the Carolinas. They love us. We love them here. To have your starting 5 offensive linemen come back for another year. Yes, we do have injuries, but I also feel like that was a key component for us to get complete with us moving up to get the number 1 pick. Then you do have Hayden Hurst, which is possibly a top 11, top 10 tight end out there to join this offseason acquisitions with the Carolina Panthers. Then we also address some needs on the defensive side that we needed with us switching over to the 3-4. But for Frank Reich, Scott Fitterer, and David Tepper to sit here and have our players restructure their contracts and know that we needed key acquisitions or key holes to fill before the draft. Shout out to the veterans on that team. And still for us to have $23 million in cap space with the end of March approaching and going into April in the draft, I really feel like the Carolina Panthers, regardless of me being a homer, hit it out the park with trying to keep pieces around their rookie quarterback that we're going to draft. Also, let's go ahead and jump into Chicago Bears. Yes, you sit there and have Justin Fields, but at the same time, the Chicago Bears did what they needed to do to get the return value of them moving out the number 1 pick, but they also got help around Justin Fields. They signed Deontay Foreman. They got DJ Moore in a trade. They got Chase Claypool in last trade deadline. Then also in that defense, they were able to bring in Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and some more key pieces. Chicago, with them getting a new GM, did exactly what they need to do as well. The GM knew what they needed to help their franchise quarterback. Supposedly, right now, I know there's a lot of mixed reviews on Justin Fields, but he did not have help. He still needs help along that offensive line to protect him. But weapons-wise, they did what they need to do this offseason with them having top money or being the top 3 with available cap space to help their quarterback right now. Let's go to a loser. Shout out to the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I understand that they lost Juju Smith-Schuster, but that's not where I make them a loser. When you lose your right tackle and your left starting tackle, that's a key piece to sit there and fill those holes. Yes, you can get veterans. Yes, you can sit here and get somebody that can possibly fill that void, protecting Patrick Mahomes. But when you lose both starters, that is hard to sit there and replace, even if you have to do it in the draft. So, yes, they didn't lose a lot in weapons, but in protection, I don't know what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are going to do, but I'm ready to see are they going to address it in this upcoming draft in next month. Also, let's go into the NFC East. Shout out to all the teams in the NFC East, starting with the New York Giants signing Daniel Jones. I don't think they should have gave him the contract. Feel like they should have sat here and gave it to Saquon Barkley. Even though they did franchise Saquon Barkley, they did also add another weapon with Darren Waller to sit there and help Daniel Jones along with Saquon Barkley. Also, shout out to the Commanders. They went ahead and re-signed their starting D tackle and Daron Payne. Payne was set here to possibly be a franchise tag, but that would not have been good with the market possibly going up after they made Daron Payne the highest paid D tackle in NFL right now. Also, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys sat here and were able to trade with the Indianapolis Colts for Stephon Gilmore to go along with that defense, and also trade to get Brandon Cooks. Both pieces should definitely make immediate impacts on both sides of the ball. Also, to round out the NFC East is the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, there was reports that Darius Slay was going to sit there and possibly be traded or not return with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside C.J. Gardner, he's already moved on. But for them to sit there and lock up Slay for another 2 years, was able to sit there and lock up James Bradbury for 3 years. Also, to get Fletcher Cox. Yes, they lost Hargraves. Yes, they lost T.J. Edwards. But to sit there and still keep Kelsey as well, to keep the key veterans that they need on that defense and defensive side of the ball, I definitely will say the NFC East as a whole was a big winner. Also, let's look at another loser, which is the Denver Broncos. Yes, you want to sweepstakes of Sean Payton, but what do you have to show for it? You weren't able to sit here and be aggressive in free agency. You were more of the seller than the buyer. Hopefully I said that right. But you know what I mean. They sit here and try to give away both of their wide receivers, Jared Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. They don't have any cap space. They weren't able to make any moves. So what they're trying to do now is trade away assets on the offensive side of the ball where they know the market has been slow on the wide receiver front and get draft picks. But again, you sat there and had to pay that contract. No, it doesn't hit your salary cap, but there was nothing really and truly you could do for Denver. And you also had to trade away picks to get Sean Payton to be your coach. So there's nothing long to say about the Denver Broncos. Yes, you got Sean Payton, but ultimately in free agency there, you were not able to do anything to help your coach in year one. My last winner would be the Miami Dolphins, sitting here getting Jalen Ramsey. I wanted Jalen Ramsey to come to my Carolina Panthers because Cooley, his corners coach, was here now with the Carolina Panthers. But if you look at what they did with getting Bradley Chubb last year and then for them to add Jalen Ramsey, yes, I know Ramsey is not the corner that he was when he first got to the Rams and how he came into the league with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But for the presence of having somebody on the opposite side of Xavier Howard, and you have those boys on that front line, and you still have an explosive offense, the Miami Dolphins did what they needed to do to add another veteran and another playmaker on that side of the ball. Tell me what you guys think. Just a couple winners and losers from your man C. Dougie. Don't forget our 2 promos. We are close to 500 subs. We will be giving away $2 $100 cash apps to you, the subscribers. Also, we will be sitting here giving away a jersey giveaway here within 2 weeks, possibly the first week in April. Again, we appreciate the love you guys have been showing us over here at Wassup, Dub. The channel is growing quicker than I imagine, and I definitely appreciate everybody that has been sharing the channel, responding, liking, join our first live. Again, I want to thank everybody that joined our first live last week. It was great. Another live will be coming here within a week or so. I don't know what date, but I definitely will provide you guys another live content on here. What's up, Doug? And the quote of today is, once you give them the power to tell you you're great, you've also given them the power to tell you you're unworthy. Once you start caring about people's opinions of you, you give up control. One love.